Welcome back to the channel, guys. Tyrauku here, and today I have for you all, hopefully, a team that you're really going to like. Now, I know it has Seer, but hopefully you guys can see past her and appreciate how good this dude right here is, and that is Skimfos the Consumed, a champion who, quite honestly, I've fed quite a few copies of. Didn't really think he was that good, didn't really pay him much attention, but this guy has been in the game for about a year now, since the Brogni fusion, and I feel like he has not gotten much love. And to be honest, this dude is amazing. Now, I'm doing stage 24 Fireknight. I know some people out there do not like stage 24 whatsoever and strongly prefer stage 25. And guess what? Unlike ALLURE, that's perfectly fine. If you want to do stage 25 Fireknight, no problem. Skimfos is void affinity. So stage 25, stage 24, heck, if you want to do stage 22, it's no problem, guys. You can do it because void affinity, no weaknesses, no weak hits. It's going to be perfect. So here we go. Skimfos placing the decreased speed plus some decreased turn meter from the A1 ability, coming back around to hopefully his A3. Boom. All that turn meter steal. Not turn meter reduction, but turn meter steal, which is so good. That means Fireknight turn meter is now Skimfos' turn meter. So he's going to get back around to the A1. Some more 10% turn meter reduction from that A1 ability. Boom. Full turn meter steal. Now it's mine. Now that turn meter is my turn meter, and we're going to continue through. So far, during these runs, I have not seen one where it's failed. It really hasn't been unsafe. So far, very consistent. Now, I am recording, so it's not going to be a 53-second run. Unfortunately, I wish it was again. We are doing unlimited FPS, but when I'm not recording, it's going to be a little bit faster. But so far, the best time has been 53 seconds. I do think this can be beat pretty easily with this exact team. Good RNG, refresh accessories, reflex gear even, can definitely make for a much better team. But as far as the actual presets, let's go ahead and check it out. So actually, before we start talking about the presets, let me talk to you guys about some champions you can use instead of a few of these. So first things first, Seer, pretty mandatory. You need Seer to run a Seer team. You can change it up, but it wouldn't be a Seer team. Prince Kymar, you can use Renegade. However, if you use Renegade, you need to make sure her speed tune is correct with the rest of the team to make sure the cooldowns are being reduced at the right time and that the champions you're running alongside Renegade actually makes sense with the turns are being reduced. So for example, if you're running Ghostborn, you can't have him opening with his A3 ability necessarily because he won't have it off cooldown. It's a 4-turn cooldown. Renegade reduces by what, 2 turns? And if you don't stagger, especially Seer, then, or if you don't stagger your champions correctly, you can definitely have some issues running Renegade. So pay attention to that. But as far as Ghostborn, you can run Lydia. You can really run any decreased defense champion. Granted, if they don't have a buff, like Ghostborn does, an increased attack buff, so Seer can have extra buffs to steal, then you're probably going to have your Seer do more damage. Make her have more crit damage, savage, cruel, whatever you can do, make your Seer hit harder, and you're going to be perfectly fine. So Ghostborn, technically replaceable, but ideally you don't have to replace him. Coldheart, she's definitely replaceable with some different turn meter reduction champion, but honestly, I like Coldheart a ton. She's absolutely amazing, and I think she really rounds this team off and makes it go a lot faster. So don't replace Coldheart. Skimfos, it's the whole point of the video. Don't replace Skimfos. You could with ALLURE, go to Fireknight stage 25. He is replaceable, I think, with some big turn meter reduction champions, but to be honest, just use him, okay? If you have him, just use him. He's an awesome champion, and that's really why I'm doing this video. So Seer in round 1, round 2, and round 3. We have Prince Kymar in round 1, round 2, round 3. You'll see every single round that he has that A2 ability turned off. That's simply because if reflex gear, if you have it, refresh accessories, cycle of magic, you don't want them reducing the cooldown of that A2 ability. You always want them reducing the cooldown of that A3 ability. So you want to make sure the A2 is never used, so it's never on cooldown, so it can never be reduced. Always the A3 getting reduced on any cooldown effects, okay? Ghostborn, round 1, round 2, round 3. Technically, you can build him with some accuracy. He does bring a decreased defense, which is very nice. Granted, his A3 can't be resisted. So once you get back to that, it will apply that decreased defense. But initially, having that decreased defense from that A1 ability definitely makes sense. So you can build him with accuracy. I know a lot of people don't, simply because that A3 can't be resisted. But something to keep in mind. Coldheart, round 1, round 2, round 3. Her A2 actually hits pretty hard. So I do have that set to open on both these rounds. And then round 3, we have it turned off. Only Heartseeker and Flurry. Don't set this to number 1. Don't do this. Do not do number 1. Because if you do that, then she will open with Heartseeker, and it's just bad. If you set her to open with this, and then number 1 Heartseeker, that's not really, it could be worth it, but I wouldn't do that. Honestly, Coldheart's AI is very smart on Fireknight, which is a very weird thing to say because it used to be terrible. So just leave it as it is. Now, Skimfos, round 1, using that A2 ability, which actually hits very hard on both rounds, round 1 and 2. In the round 3, we have him opening with that A1 ability. It's a double hitter. And then prioritizing that A3 and never using the A2. So there's the champion's presets. Let's go ahead and jump in here and talk about the champion builds. Few things I want to say right off the bat. Any champion you can put on Blood Shield accessories. You want as many buffs as possible for Seer. Blood Shield accessories, shield set should be on at least one champion. So shield set, Blood Shield accessories, and if you have it, immunity set. Immunity set also brings a block debuff on that one champion. So if you can make sense of immunity set on maybe a Prince Kymar, maybe Skimfos, maybe Ghostborn, then definitely use the immunity just because it's going to give you an extra buff. Give you that extra buff for Seer to remove so she hits a little bit harder. Now, as far as the speed tunes, Prince Kymar, pretty fast, 275. He is the second fastest champion on the team. And yeah, as long as he's the fastest or the second fastest, you're going to be good to go. Make sure his resets are good. This is my Arena Kymar build. The skills are fully booked. The masteries, we don't have War Master. War Master would be ideal, but this is my only Kymar. And since he's using the Arena, I get much more value there. I am not going to change him to War Master because that's just not worth it in my opinion. My next champion, Coldheart. This Coldheart is built very, very fast because she is, well, a huge, huge contributor to the team. Multi-hit on that A1 ability, Phantom Touch for extra hits on the Fireknight Shield, which does work, which is kind of weird, but extra hits on the Fireknight Shield from that Phantom Touch, A1 ability, which is amazing. And then I want to make sure she's getting around to the Heartseeker as frequently as possible. Ideally, 1 speed faster than Kymar, so ideally she could do Heartseeker and then get it refreshed and then do Heartseeker again. That'd be the perfect situation. But either way, she's the fastest champion on the team, and it's been working very well. She does have Helm Smasher, but honestly, Helm Smasher, Giant Slayer, either one's perfectly fine. The reason why I say Giant Slayer is because of this A1 ability, attacking 4 times at random. It may actually do more damage than having War Master or Helm Smasher. Honestly, I may test that out, but not just yet. Honestly, that's actually probably a perfect idea, having Giant Slayer on her. Same thing, Blood Shield accessories. Make sure she has at least 70% crit rate, good crit damage, good accuracy. Anybody on your team who places a debuff, does decrease turn meter, make sure they have at least 200 accuracy. Next champion is Skimfos the Consumed. This dude is not in any particular set. He's literally just built to be good speed, good crit rate, good crit damage, and then good accuracy. That's really all I have him for. Make him fast, make him good crit rate, good crit damage, and then accuracy. Accuracy ideally 215 plus, but 200 should be fine. Now, as far as the sets, you could put him in Savage, you could put him in Cruel, you could put him in Instinct, any defense ignore set. You could put him in Immunity. You could put him in so many different options. Reflex, Relentless. There's countless possibilities to do for this champion. Refresh accessories. So many different things. As far as the masteries go, I do have War Master. His A1 ability hits 2 times, not 3. So I have War Master. But here are his masteries in case you guys want to copy them. I can't move out of the way. So there we go. There's the masteries for Skimfos. And then the next, he is fully booked, of course. Fully booked. A3 and the A1 are most important for this particular run, but the A2 is nice for other areas as well, but he is fully booked for me. Now my next champion is, let's say, Ghostborn. So Ghostborn is currently in my shield set. If you have Lydia, same thing, put her in a shield set. Doesn't really matter who's in it, just put somebody in it. If you have Blood Shield, throw it on them. If not the end of the world. Though I do have a Blood Shield right here that I may actually do because that could help my Seer with a little bit more consistent wave clears. Possibilities are endless. Now as far as the speed, make sure he's good speed. Crit rate only needs 85% because he's strong affinity on stage 24 of Fireknight. If you're doing stage 25 or any other stage, keep that in mind. But stage 24, he's strong affinity, so built-in 15% crit rate, which is amazing. And he can actually hit pretty hard. So good attack, good crit rate, good speed, good crit damage. Whatever you can get on these 2 numbers, the most important thing is the speed to be good. Ideally faster than Seer. You don't want him to be slower than Seer. Attack, make sure it's pretty reasonable. Attack percentage chest plates where you can get it, so on and so forth. And then the accuracy, honestly, 215 plus is probably ideal. That'll probably make the run a lot more consistent, a lot more stable, because he could place that decreased defense sooner and allow you to do more damage from the Coldheart Heartseeker. I guess it depends on how hard your Coldheart actually hits, because stage 21 plus are capped on damage. So that would depend on a few different factors, but accuracy, definitely not a bad thing to build for him. though I would definitely value speed, crit rate, crit damage, and attack more than I would the accuracy. As far as his skills, his A3 is the most important thing to book. His A1 and his A2 are nice to haves, but not a huge deal. Honestly, I think I'm just going to turn off his A2 ability because I'd rather him just use the A1. I don't know. I'll consider that. But as far as his masteries, nothing particularly, just down to War Master. So pretty simple. And the last champion is Seer. Seer, I didn't go through the blessings on all these champions. If you guys want me to go through the blessings on all the champions, let me know as well. But Crushing Rend, extra defense ignore. If you got it, great. If not, it's not a huge deal. As far as her artifacts, Savage plus crit damage, as much crit damage as possible. 100% crit rate, of course. Good speed. Ideally, she's 200 plus. As long as she's going before the enemies, it's going to be fine. But the faster she is, probably the better. Make sure she's speed tuned with all your other teams. 215 plus accuracy. The only reason why I have that is for other areas of the game right now. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. Skills, make sure she's fully booked. Masteries, she does have flawless execution. This is simply for other areas of the game. Honestly, I want to try to get her pushed up higher in damage, but I guess that will just come in time. I'm going to see Ghostborn. If we drop his speed right now in this video and throw in this Blood Shield accessory, let's go ahead and we don't even need to upgrade it because it's just the Blood Shield effect is all we're looking for. We're going to lose 20 speed, but I wonder if that makes the run go faster. It may. It very well could make this run go faster. And the other thing that could make the run go faster is getting Coldheart with Giant Slayer instead of Helm Smasher, which I use this Coldheart in Spider right now. So on Spider, Helm Smasher is nice on stage 20 of Spider, but everywhere else, it doesn't really matter. I may actually put her in Giant Slayer because Giant Slayer on the Fireknight, 4 hits, that's actually quite a bit of damage she could be doing. And she doesn't have a 100% crit rate, so every one of those 4 hits aren't a crit, whereas on her A3, she has a built-in 30%, so she's good there, but her A1 could be doing a lot more damage, and she uses it quite a bit, right? So there we go. You notice that. She used the Heartseeker first, then Kymar reset, and then she used the Heartseeker again. If she was slower than Kymar, she wouldn't be doing that. So you have one. I think we have 1 or 2 times using the A1. 3, I guess, about here. 3, actually, so quite a bit. Quite a bit of a potential to speed this run up. I'm going to try that. I'm going to switch her over real quick, and then we'll see if that speeds the run up at all. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas, make the run even faster, definitely let me know. A minute. Okay, let's see if we can beat a minute. So I'm going to come in here to Coldheart. Recently used first. Masteries, and we'll just do a quick switcheroo. 150. Hopefully it's worth it. Let's see. Get all scrolls. I don't have all the scrolls for Coldheart yet. That's kind of awkward, not gonna lie. Less than 40% HP. Let's go here, here, and then 40% HP is fine. More HP. Good, good, good. This isn't gonna do anything because we're never gonna be doing more than 30% of his HP anyways. And then over here, more accuracy is always nice to have. This actually more damage from the A1 ability is going to be nice as well, since that's kind of what we're working towards. Either one of these is nice. She does play some debuffs, so the turn meter boost will be nice. Extra speed and such, so yeah, we'll take that as well. Evil Eye is actually a really good thing to have as well, simply because you're getting an extra turn meter reduction when she first hits, and getting more turn meter reduction from the Fireknight is always nice. Technically, Cycle of Magic would have been better. I didn't get it though, so either way, not the best, but I did just pick them just now with you guys. So let's see. Let's see if we sped that up at all. Hopefully, that'd be sweet. Be super exciting if so. Technically, if Ghostborn was faster than Skimfos, and Skimfos was doing that A2 ability after Ghostborn did decrease defense, that'd be even better. It'd be more consistent wave clears for Seer, and it would just make the run better in general. So there we go. Ghostborn did his A2, got that decreased defense from the A1. Coldheart goes in with that big old Heartseeker, 245,000 damage. I need to see, I guess that's the cap. 245 is probably the cap. A few Giant Slayer procs, hopefully, from that. Got another one coming up. Okay, we got 1, 2 Giant Slayer procs, maybe. That may have been what that was. No, that's, can't really tell. No, that was a Phantom Touch procs. That's what that was. So Phantom Touch is a small, okay, we got 1 Giant Slayer proc. Unfortunately, not very many. Okay, we got no procs, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell from the red numbers, honestly. I guess I'm looking for what, like 40,000, 50,000, somewhere around there, because that's the War Master procs. So slightly less than War Master, I believe. A minute 3, not a huge difference. I guess I need to test it a few times to see. I know Giant Slayer and War Master, they do different damages, right? Let's see. So Giant Slayer hits 3% of the target's max HP, and War Master is 4% of the target's max HP. So slightly less for Giant Slayer, but a chance to proc on each consecutive hit. So guys, best of luck. Enjoy Skimfos. Enjoy building him. Hopefully your Fireknight team is pretty fast. I'm going to do one more to leave you guys with, and I'll catch you all in the next video.